guys, my name is Julia and welcome to my channel. Here I speak about astrology, feminine and masculine, inner power and the balance between all of these energies. And today we are going to speak about the karmas of the sun in the 6th house. So what do we know about the karma? What karma exactly means? In Sanskrit this word means action. So wherever we were putting our energy into any different things and activities in our past lives, in those fields we were putting seeds. And our astrological chart, this is actually the essence of where those seeds were put in and what we are reaping in this incarnation. So all of the planets actually, they're showing kind of different karmas. So different things we were doing in past lives, accumulating those energy and coming here. And so the sun, it's the energy of how we shine to the world, how we express ourselves, how we understand being self. Because Sun is a Lord of Leo, so it's like about the being an individual and being this awareness of who we really are and what we can bring with our light to the society. And so the way we understand ourself and the way we express it. And also this is the mature masculine energies. This is the way we are able to be responsible for different things. This is how we take care about our boundaries. This is how we stand for our opinions, and this is how we defend our vision and our truth, because sun is truth, and where the sun lies there's always the way it is. So we see the light, so it's not dark where's the sun. So that's why sun is connected to truth and to be honest and to be righteous and to be honest with ourselves and honest with other people. And so when we have the sun in the 6th house, it shows that person were understanding these energies from the perspective of 6th house things. And what is 6th house? We know that 6th house is connected to all kinds of obstacles and problems. So one of the indications is that person were dealing and focusing a lot in the past life in different things connected to like problematic parts of the life. So it can be diseases, it can be different problems with financial ups and downs, different obstacles in communication with people, in different things. So the sign which we have in the 6th house will give the clue, will give some tips about what exactly was the person were dealing with. And so when the person has a tendency to be more focused on different problematic areas, person can have this pessimistic kind of vibe. And also this can give the obstacle to understand your own self-expression. In the same moment, it shows that person, when you focus on something a lot, you are dealing with something a lot. And so the person in the past lives were dealing a lot with different kinds of problems. And so in this life, person has come with the capacity to deal with a lot of obstacles. So person has real kind of immune system to face different problematic areas. And so person can work in different fields, so shine to the world in different problematic areas, like for example lawyers or people who work with like healing area, because person is dealing for example with different diseases in self, and then person is able to help others to solve the same problem. So person has the capacity to handle those things. And also this position shows that person understands their own sun energy as an obstacle. So what does that mean? Actually all the planets in the 6th house, they show that person understands this energy as some kind of problematic. So person needs to understand and figure out how to use it, because sun is about being strong individual self and not being afraid to show your opinion and to shine and to be strong in this and to be heard and seen. And so in this placement, person has tendency to put another people on the more important position. So this vibe of masculine energy, this sun energy, needs some balancing in understanding how to express my opinion to not hurt another people's opinion. And so what usually happens, and by having such position means that from the past lives person were suppressing their own opinion or suppressing their own expression and putting in this way self into less important position than another person, because person doesn't want to hurt someone else. And so this is how the ego of this person is hurt, because when you are putting someone else on the more important position, you put yourself in less important position. And then in the communication, you will have these problems. It's like you want to be heard, you want to be understood, and you want to be also validated or treated as important and equal. But people are not doing it, because with such position, person can attract people with unbalanced sun in the opposite way. For example, first house sun is like when person believes that everything about them is very important. Everything what they do, how they say, how they self-express, they come into the room and they believe that everyone should look at them. So this domination in self-expression is really highly seen with the strong and unbalanced sun people. And then they can attract people with sixth house sun, which not able to tell them, like, calm down, like, let's make it equal, let's compromise, let's make your opinion, my important, equally important. Not only your vision or your position of something is the most important. So it's like with such position, sixth house sun, it's a challenging place for learning to stand for self and to realize that first you have to build this feeling of I am important for self. Like, my opinion for me is the most important. And if I don't feel good, I don't want to hear tons of manipulations for that I'm actually over exaggerating. This is the way I feel, and this is what important for me. And in a respectful form, give it to people. In a strong and respectful. Because when you are not respectful to people, people will treat you also in kind of ugly, in this dominating form, and abusive even form. And so sixth house people, they have tendencies to get in these abusive relationships and be in this position of victim, because their kindness in not hurting others, so they kind of this what actually hurts their own sun. And also sun in this position can show different issues connected to health, and because the sun is connected to our immune system, it's our spine, it's our vision, it's our eyes, the way we see. And also sun is connected to our heart. Of course, when the person gets hurt by ego in different ways through life, heart, it's always in a worrying, because our sun works together with moon. And so moon is our feminine energy, which is emotions. By emotions, we feel what's going on in the outer world. So for example, we live with a partner. When partner behaves somehow to us, and the person's moon reacts on that behavior. And our sun's job, the masculine part, the ego, the boundaries, the ability to stand for self, needs to stand up in this moment and help this person understand that it's not fine to treat you like this. And so this is when person says, okay, I'm sorry, I got it, like I made a mistake. Your moon, your emotion feels safe. You feel okay, your heart is okay. But when you're not protecting yourself, when you're not doing it, and you're not doing it for years, your moon energy, your emotional world feels very turbulent all the time. And this is why there are issues in the heart can happen. Also, the issues with immune system is the same thing. Immunity is about protecting our own organism from the different threats from the outside. And here I have the video, like literally about how to strengthen your sun and your health, and like what kind of things you have to do and what kind of things, and like a mindset about how to be in strong self, not hurting another people in the same moment. So when the person has sun in the sixth house, it's important to care, to have like concern about your health and about your spine, because spine is also, this is like the bones which keep our body and our whole being strongly the way like this. When the person having something like this, it means person feels like the burden a lot on their back. When the person's spine is somehow has different issues, it means person went too far in being this way with another people. So it's like you're not strong being who you are, but you are trying to find this adaptable position in communication with the world. So like all our problematic parts in our mental health or in our minds are connected to the way like we are trying to adapt to the society, to the world we live in. And sun energy is the way we are being self. And so if being self is not okay, like I will explain you in a minute why it happened like this. So if your self-expression is not getting some kind of kindness or like okay from the outer world, we start to learn to adapt because we don't want to be outcasted. We don't want to feel weird or wrong or hurt. And with this sixth house, sun energy person has tendency to kind of belittle himself, or to maybe even humiliate himself, or disrespect himself, or seeing that like you maybe deserve something like this, but this is not true. Because sixth house is connected to the same energy as Virgo. Virgo is a sixth sign, so the same as sixth house. This is the energy of being very critical. So the person kind of sees every mistakes in self and over exaggerating them. Very important to know is that people are not seeing those things, or sometimes actually people see it but do not see it as something very wrong. That's the important part. Like sometimes to do mistakes, it's first teaches us like what path is not right, so we are looking for another path, we are getting experience. And another thing, like some mistakes or some things which are not perfect, like imperfection in us, makes us who we really are. And this is our personality. And if you are, I don't know, speaking too fast, or maybe you are noticing different problems in every movie, maybe you have to go in the to make your career to shine to the world, seeing problems and be the one who is making this critical analysis about different things was what was on the big screen. Or what I try to say is that you can use these specific qualities which you may find something like your problematic areas and apply them as your strengths part. What I was saying, like that I will say in a minute, so this is it. Why the person with sixth house sun can attract people with the dominating vibes, and why people are not understanding you for who you are. The thing is that when you are always looking for every small mistake you did, and you criticize yourself like highly inside, so you have confidence issues. And you attract people with the same confidence issues. Let's say you're coming on some new position at work, and you start to explain to other people what to do, including the boss you're working with. So you are telling, like, for example, in another company you were working and this was a great tool you could use, and this is how it works, and this is how it can be. And then, for example, this person who is the boss does not want to say that great idea, like, I'm glad that you're here, please do. This person tried to find the reasons why it's not gonna work, and he kind of makes you feel that it's not important. And so this happens because this person has also confidence issues. And instead of caring about the business and a project and literally put you on a spotlight for this great position, give you money for that and helping the business to grow so that everyone would love you as a great part of the team, so this person is not able to handle this for you. This person also has the sun and ego issues, and this person, their ego is not allowing you to shine more than they do. The person does not give you the opportunity to shine, not because you are bad or your idea is wrong or something like that. It's because the person has similar confidence issue. And so how to heal it? Such situations, it's an indication that there is something to balance inside, but it's not an indication that you are bad or not interested, not important. This is a position with sixth house shows that person needs to find different ways to shine in the form, for example, of service, because sixth house connected to service. And so you can find different people who have different problems in different ways and shine to them, giving them some kind of service. And when you are doing it, your sun starts to grow. For example, you know that some organization is helping people who don't have homes or people don't have food or something like that. You can come and help there. So voluntarily, whatever you are doing, everyone will be glad. Poor people, volunteers who already running the organization, everyone will absolutely admire your interest. So by doing this, you feel how important you are. So so the point is that you need to find some ways, some services to grow in the feeling like you are doing real stuff. And this is a possibility that people can recognize it and see it. And then when you grow inside in this confidence, now you understand how to shine, how to express self, what it is to be on this position of, I know that my vision is important, I'm doing the right thing, and if the person is not seeing it, this is their problem. I'm not going to work with such people. I'm going to find like another more healthy vibrational place, but not tolerating more and more unhealthy kind of abusive vibes from authority figures. And so when the person grows in this, it gives this ability to shine for others. And so sixth house sun wants you to shine and heal others in different ways. So it can be any kind of activities connected to solving someone else's problems or problems of the society or problems like in environment. Let's say care about different kinds of animals or pollution in the world is really crazy. So people with such position can really care about it because they see this dirt. Like when you see a lot of different things in self, like criticizing self, it means that you are great at seeing what exactly and where should be fixed and healed, in which specifically part of the world something needs healing, or in the person or in the company. And so you can be this person who comes and makes analysis about what needs to be done, what has to be healed, and how to make it better in different ways, in different areas. It doesn't matter. So the signs there can give you some kind of like tips for what could it be, because you take the sun, like you take the signs energy. For example, if you take Cancer there, so it can be something about care about your motherland, or caring about maybe children or women who are going through motherhood. And so, for example, the places where they given birth are not really in a good position, neglected in your city, and so you start to take care about those. So you go in, for example, in a governmental position and you care about these areas. If you have areas there, so of course it's connected to a physical body. So it can be any physiotherapist, it can be I don't know, yoga teacher, and you can do it online. And so you can teach a lot of people, but still you're helping them. It's a personal, individualistic approach. okay for that, or you're not enough for this. So it's a tendency is there because you have this tendency from the past life, like seeing your own self-expression as some kind of problem. So by balancing it, you're balancing relationship with the other, and you also balance the relationship with your partner and close people. Also, you're helping your health because your sun have to protect boundaries. You have to understand that your needs are important, not in other people's. Because person afraid to do mistakes because sees life from the eyes of another people, so it's like too much importance on their opinion. But in general, important you have to be for yourself, not them. Because if it's your people, they will understand your decision. If they will criticize and judge, this is just not your people. Their opinion is not important for you. Your opinion for yourself, this is the most important. This is what has to be cultivated for you really strongly. And this is how it will strengthen your immune system and relationship in different way. Because when you have it strong, you are able to lead. You are able to shine. You are able to be who you really are and feel strong and kind of heal these confidence issues by kind of helping those who are in need. So it's like you will see that your problems and your obstacles, it's not that bad. It's a little bit weird, but it's about coming out from the victim position and start to realize that you are responsible for how you protect yourself, how you stand for yourself, and how you can eventually help others with it, so you're strengthening it. And the sun stops being an obstacle. The sun starts to be a shining light for those who needs healing in their obstacles. And also thing important to remember about the health of the sun, it can have bipolar tendency because the person suppresses own self and individual needs and visions too much, and this is how it can eventually lead to that fact that a person kind of puts self into a very, very low position, and it's just when this unbalanced form comes to the position when the person starts to feel all the power, because this suppression has the limit, and so it just breaks in some moment and the person starts to behave like they are the king of the world. The healing comes in balancing these energies, and it's not something crazy. I truly meet people with such position, like from different extent, big, small, different ways, and it's all in a balancing. It's all in a putting self and others in an equally important position. And do not hate yourself, because if you are hating yourself for this and going too deep into this, Sun is aspecting 12th house, it will come to this isolation. So when you are doing it without force, you are putting yourself outside everyone, you're isolating your energy from others, you rejuvenate, and then you go to the world. So you kind of need to become, like, to be strong in who you really are and stand for your vision and literally release yourself from the opinions of others. This is the key. Because when you are putting yourself and suppressing too much inside and allow people to abuse and do whatever they want, it will automatically, one moment will kind of jump back, and everything you were suppressing will be thrown at them back. 12th house is also about different releasing, like different losses. So lose different beliefs in your subconscious, because Sun is aspecting that house. Sun is looking at the 12th house. It wants us to release different useless beliefs about opinions and about vision of self. So just let it go. Let people judge you. Let them see you in every way they want. Because if they are so interested in your life, it actually means that you are interested. It's all possible to heal. Just know it. It's not like you will suffer from it till the end of your life. You can even notice in yourself what kind of behaviors from the outside give you this feeling of going into your shell, and then what kind of feeling it's actually release, absolute ease and release from the, like, all of this suppressed borders. You just feel this power is going from you. And so the middle point, this is how you can actually live. when your power goes, nobody's putting restrictions on your actions. And when you are attracting people with balanced energy, so they like when you shine, they want you to shine, they give you the opportunity to shine, they encourage it. So, and this is how it just goes all the time, and you don't need to suppress, and you don't need to burst it, because it's like a volcano who was just, with something closed, and then it's open up and it's all just blows. Okay, this is it, and take care about your sun energy. Here's the link for my website, so you can contact me if you want your personal consultation, and we can talk about your positions. And see you in the next videos. Bye bye.